Hey, we're back at you this week. Got some more questions we're going to answer, and just whatever we might bop off of and start talking about. So, go ahead. You want to go with the first question?
Got a question from Jane Cunningham. Where was the second stairway that went upstairs? Okay, when you came through the front door, naturally you see the stairways that went up to his room. If you were going into the dining room, there's a doorway there. When you went through the dining room into the kitchen, the second stairways would be on the right-hand side going up. Most of the time we come in through the jungle room and we go to the kitchen and up the stairs that way. So that's where that was, and golly, that was used a whole lot because, you know, most of the time we were in the jungle room or downstairs, and we used it a lot to go up and go into the Elvis's room and all, or Lisa's room, wherever we were going upstairs.
I know during like Christmas and stuff at times, I remember several times, you know, when he would come down, everybody was waiting. A lot of times he'd come down those steps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he came down them a lot too. You know, like I say, especially when the den, everybody calls it the jungle room. Every time I hear that, I don't know, it springs something in mind of Tarzan, and I always envision Elvis in a loincloth and a vine hanging and him swinging into the jungle.
But it would probably sound something like this when, oh.
But
thank you very much.
We're crazy, but
speak for yourself.
I know. But we had another little question here too, and this is from MSB 358. Want to know do me and Joey, or I guess Mom and Dad, do we have any videos or pictures of me and Joey as little boys in the time we lived at Graceland? And we do. If you'll look on our new Facebook website, which is We Always Live Elvis, MMK, we're starting to put a lot of those pictures out there, and there'll be more out there. So that was a great question. Hope that answers for you. And hey, check out our page to see some of those pictures.
All right, is my time?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it says, what was it like? Where am I? Oh, yes. Here I am right here somewhere.
Right here, wasn't it?
What was it like to have a normal conversation with Elvis?
Was it ever normal?
Who asked it?
I'm
Who
not
asked the
normal,
question?
so I can't.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Real quick. Dave.
Dick
Yeah, Dick Pickens.
Pickin, yeah.
Appreciate
I'm
you,
sorry. Meant to mention your name, Dick, and I, see now, you know what I'm saying. Normal conversation. Well, Elvis was real easy to talk to. So, as long as you talked about what he wanted to talk about, it was really easy. If it was something you wanted to talk about and he didn't want to hear it, he'd just get up and leave the room. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was very easy to talk with him. Just anything, and we had a lot of conversations, a lot of things we'd talk about. Guys sometimes for a couple of hours, at a time. So, but they were, a lot about, his life, my life, our families and stuff, and so we'll be talking about some of those later on, down the line. But to answer your question, it was really easy, to carry on a conversation with him. So thank you for the question.
Okay, John Stone, and this is pertaining to the last video. It says, Danny, did you ever moon your mom and dad again after the dog bite? John, it's a real simple, quick answer to that. I did, but I was very, very damn cautious.
You still do. I mean,
yeah, sometimes I still try to.
It hadn't been that long ago that since you had.
Yes, but that's just into that. So, Dad, go ahead with the next question.
I'll say this is Jalen L. Was Elvis's cousin Junior Smith like? What was he like? Did he and Elvis get along? They did, very good. In fact, when Elvis got fairly famous, my cousin Gene Smith and Junior Smith would travel with him a lot, along with another individual named Arthur Hooton, which a lot of people know, a lot don't. But anyway, they would travel with him and keep him company. And Junior was a lot of fun. You know, he was. To look at him, you would think, you know, he was
Grouch.
serious and grouchy a lot, but he wasn't. He was a lot of fun to be around, and Elvis liked him a whole lot. And you know,
They were more his age.
yeah,
More
yeah.
Elvis's
Well,
age
Junior was
than-
just a little older than Elvis. Gene was about the same age as Elvis. So you know, golly, in a way, sometimes I wish I'd have been that age at the time, but I wasn't. So
You came along a little
I
bit
came
later.
along a little later. But anyway.
You made
He
up
was-
for it, though.
Oh yeah, I caught up real quick.
But you
know.
were close to Gene and
Oh yeah, I was
Junior
close to.
too.
Yeah, we were all close. Our family was a fairly close family, I thought. You know, overall. But that answers that question, and thank you for your question.
This one pertains not on the sheet, and this comes from a lot of people. I want to answer is, were we going to be anywhere this year on some appearances? And we are. We're actually June the 9th through the 13th in Tupelo. They're having the Elvis Fest, and we're going to be down at the Tupelo hardware store. And I want to thank Mr. Booth for allowing us a spot down there. We really appreciate that. Miss Connie, I got to say a little something to you. Y'all send your prayers out to Miss Connie. She's doing better, but she's had some health issues. And just let her know, hey, we love her and we're thinking about her. But yes, we're going to be down there during those dates. Each part of the family will be down there at least one of those days. Mom and Dad, Joey, hopefully Ruth Ann, Danielle, Laney, possibly Nolan, and me and Teresa. So during those dates, the 9th through the 13th, hey, please stop by and see us. We're looking forward to seeing you. And of course, we'll have some of our good merchandise. So answer that question. Then a later date we'll give you. We are looking at some plans during August, but we'll hold off on that one until we finalize the dates. So,
And that's finalized.
do we have any more? That was all.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
don't
sorry.
mind,
I was
do you?
snatching.
Don't bother my sheet. I get distracted real easy.
Did you say sheet? I can't bother you.
Oh man, paper. Okay, we'll go with paper.
Okay.
Susan P. Was the attic at Graceland haunted? Man, don't you know it? Every time you go up there, these white images just flash all over the place. In fact, I fell down the stairs one time. I was scared so bad.
That's what's wrong with you.
Then I man, I'm gonna tell you, I hit my head so many times I didn't know I was coming and going. But actually, what
Still
it,
don't.
who told you to chime in here?
We're picking on you though. You know we got.
But
to do that.
anyway, I did stumble down the stairs one time. I'd gone up there and I heard the dadgumdest racket, and what it was a bat. And I didn't know if it was a vampire bat or what it was. So anyway,
Did it stick around and find out?
I couldn't see it at the time, so I ushered on down the stairs rather quickly, and I kind of tripped, but I managed to hold my balance. And anyway, went down. I was telling Elvis about it, and so he went upstairs, and believe it or not, we caught that bat. And he come down. He had it spread out by its wings and showing everybody. He had what
He'd
he
whopped
had
it with his
caught.
flashlight.
Yeah, and he wrapped it pretty good with flashlight. That's how he got it. Yeah. It didn't kill it though. I think it just stunned it pretty good, knocked it, silly, because it was going You know, that's it. Anyway, that's the only haunted part of.
Yeah, but
The
remember
house.
the other time we heard the buzzing?
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah. I
like-
forgot about the bees. There was a whole swarm of bees. It had
Yes.
roosted, not roosted, but had made their hive there, and they had to call out a bee catcher man, whatever they call him, and he come out and he got them. But thank goodness nobody ever really got stung, because
We ran.
we run. Yeah, man. Well, I broke and ran.
Broke her
Mostly broke. But
after you fell down the stairs.
yeah, I got up and wobbled. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
That's right.
That shows how old we are.
Yeah, yep. Old age has creeped up, I'm afraid.
Weebles.
Somebody asked how old I was. I don't
They
know who
did?
it was. I wish I hadn't asked that.
Hang on, I'm making fun.
I remember the flood, if that tells you anything. I was born about 10,000 years ago. And you know the rest of it.
Right here. Yes, it
What?
is. This
Oh.
it come from Tiger Man 1977's who asked the question. How old is Billy? I can answer that real quick. Too damn old. No, it's just-
About 2 years older than Dirt. No, I'm actually 78. Give or take a day or two. And I'd rather
Give.
give.
that some good question. Did you have any more, or was that? I think did we cover?
Oh, we got a whole book over here, but I don't think we can get around to answering all these. And
Well,
just
we'll
one,
get-
one little thing here. But I tell you what, I got one, but I don't know who it was from. We didn't write it down back at the time.
Well, we'll answer if you want to answer. We'll answer it anyway.
Well, I planned on it. Did it used to flood by the piano when it rained hard? I don't know what piano. He kept one outside, and he'd go out there and every now and then, and it would rain and rain all over. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all know I hope you know I'm kidding. 'Cause, the music room was at the very end of the living room, and that's where the piano was there. And then later years, of course, he added one to the racquetball building, and neither
I
one of
never
those
knew.
ever, it rained in it. They were, So to answer that question, no. Used to love when Elvis would go in there and play the piano and sing, and that's it.
I'd like to know why they would have thought it would have flooded. Who might have said it flooded or what?
I don't know.
I've never heard that either.
I've never heard that.
That was a great question, though. No.
good,
was.
good question,
Yeah,
but
hopefully
it
we
just,
answered it for
just,
you.
it never did. Graceland was pretty solid. The only time it flooded is when Elvis shot the commode upstairs out of anger, and it was a pretty good little flood then. Chandeliers dripping water and everything.
Flooded down
Yeah,
to the
actually,
hall,
it was pretty,
entrance
but
hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that in the episode about why did Elvis shoot TVs.
Yeah.
You talked about
yeah,
that.
we talked about that.
And that was a flood, though.
It was, man.
was pretty,
I'm gonna tell
though.
you what. I got soaking wet walking through the
Entry hall.
entry hall up to his.
But it was pretty coming down the chandelier.
Oh man, yeah, dripping down the
Nice.
chandeliers and they glisten, like rainbows and stuff. It was pretty.
Yeah.
He didn't find it too amusing, but he shouldn't have shot it.
Well, it wouldn't stop running.
I know,
So
and that's it. And stuff like that irritated him.
Did
But anyway,
are we? I guess that's about it for this time, isn't it? All right. Well, look, we definitely want to say appreciate you sending in the questions. Appreciate y'all watching, and we love each and every one of you. Until next time, we always live Elvis.